All right, here we go. This is part B. I just wanted to give you a quick example of one of these ones where you're solving for the time, which is a little bit trickier. So here we go. Joseph invests $6,700 in an account paying an interest rate of 5.2% compounded quarterly. And so you may have come across this. Quarterly, right, means 4 times a year. Assuming no deposits or withdrawals are made, how long would it take to the nearest year for the account to reach $13,950? Okay, so remember step one, if it's 5.2% per year, quarterly, we're going to divide it by 4. And so we're going to do 5.2%. And again, I'm just kind of got my Desmos calculator off the screen here. We have 5.2 divided by 4. This is going to be 1.3%, right? And so, if you didn't know about compound interest and someone came and offered you both of these deals, you might think 5.2% per year, 1.3% per quarter, same thing. But we know now that that's not true, that this is a better deal. And so Joseph's going to take his $6,700. He's going to get that back plus 1.3%. So remember, always divide it by 100. This is 0.013. Add it back to 1 if you're growing. Subtract it from 1 if you're shrinking. And we want to know when that number, right, is equal to 13,950. And so we can get to work. We divide both sides by 6,700. Do the same thing to both sides of the equation. On the left, we get 1. On the right, we get 13,950 divided by 6,700. We get 1.013 to the x is equal to 2.082. And so now you got two choices. Again, if you got a fancy calculator, you can skip right to the log of 1.013. What power of 1.013 is 2.082? But I like to show it this way just because it's a fun reminder of cool log rules. You take the log of both sides, and then you can move the x out front. You get x times the log of 1.013 equals the log of 2.082. And so what we would do is we would divide both sides by the log of 1.013. And these are the same thing, right? And you might just start realize that there's a pattern here that you can take the input of a log and divide by the base there, both in log 10, and get the same answer. So I'm doing this out of my calculator, the log of 2.082 divided by the log of 1.013. I'm going to triple check my answer by doing it both ways. 1.013 of 2.082. And yep, we get the same way here. We get that x is equal to 56.776. I'll do 3 decimal places. But now here is the key, right? What does x stand for here? Well, it usually stands for years, but we change this around. This stands for now quarters. And so remember, we took this 5.2% rate. This is a yearly. If it doesn't say, right, this is a yearly rate. They gave us the rate for the year. We turned it into quarters so we could do the compounding. So x was also in quarters, which means that this answer is in quarters. And so what we have to do is years is equal to 56, the number of quarters, 0.776 divided by 4, right? Because if it's 56 quarters, or closer to 57 quarters, we have to divide by 4. This is going to be 14.19 years. And so we have to convert back to years there.